Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I've got wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. Because you see, that McDonald's promotion, the one we all get super excited about, yeah, it's coming back, guys. It's coming back, and I am absolutely delighted. Now, when I say it's coming back, look, fine. I cannot promise you it is definitely coming back. What we do have is a tease from McDonald's in Austria that there is going to be a new promotion coming on July the 27th. Now, there are two possibilities here. Possibility number one, it's the Pokemon TCG promotion they do every year, and Austria is getting it first. Possibility number two, it's a random Pokemon promotion. Why? Why would it be a random Pokemon promotion? McDonald's doesn't really do random Pokemon promotions. Even when it does do random Pokemon promotions, it still chucks cards in. Now, I can't talk for every country around the world. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't necessarily follow every country's McDonald's habits. Please don't be mad at me. But I can tell you that in the UK, McDonald's does not use plastic toys anymore. Doesn't do them, not a thing. We have had plastic toys in the past, like the ones that I showed you a moment ago that were present with the cards a little while back. But we don't see that anymore. Now, that's not to say everywhere doesn't. But it is to say that trying to do a promotion full of plastic just doesn't really make any sense. Like, why would you do that? Why would you have a promotion that only some people could join in with? Like, that doesn't really make any sense. So I don't think that's true, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't think that's true. What is way more likely is, in fact, that this is a new TCG promotion. Now, I will say, in Asia, they do random non-TCG promotions. So here's one that came to McDonald's Asia a little while ago. It's a bunch of camping stuff, a bunch of plastic camping toys. So if you go outside of like North America and Europe, you head to Asia, yes, McDonald's do random plastic toy promotions. That is absolutely true. But over here in the US, Europe, etc., when McDonald's and Pokemon join forces, it's for Pokemon cards. In the past, it's been for toys and cards combined. The last few years, it has just been for Pokemon cards. And I see no reason why it wouldn't be again. And if anybody's thinking, come on, Wassy, do you really think that we're going to have some unannounced promotion and the first look we're going to have at it is some random hint that it's coming to Austria soon? Yes. Because do you know how we got our first hint of last year's McDonald's promotion? This. The corner on a UK Happy Meal box that said coming soon to Happy Meal and a picture of Pikachu and the Pokemon logo. That is how we found out last year's promotion was starting soon, and it was very close to the actual starting date. It was like a month away, less than that we found out it was coming. And I know that when it comes to Pokemon, a lot of stuff is known beforehand, but the thing to remember here is very few people are involved with this compared to your average Pokemon TCG thing. You've got Pokemon, McDonald's, and the printing company. And I suppose any logistics companies that help to get the cards to the stores, but that hasn't actually happened yet. So the chances of it leaking out and being mentioned beforehand are actually quite low. McDonald's doesn't care about releasing their Happy Meal promotions months and months in advance. That's just not what they do. So if you're thinking, hang on a second, having just a note from McDonald's Austria saying it's coming in a few weeks is weird, not really. The exact same thing happened last year. And the thing is, we've seen this. Like, here is an advert for the French McDonald's promotion last year. You could also get yourself some books if you wished. And here's a promotion in Germany. And here's a promotion in Italy. You see where we're going with this, don't you? European countries tend to have the same Pokemon promotions. It is, I suppose, It's possible that Austria could have some random promotion we don't get. But again, the likelihood of that is basically zero. Because that just doesn't happen. I've said this before, I've said it many times, and this is true. The best way to predict the future behavior of a company is to look at the past behavior of that company. It doesn't always hold true. Sometimes companies change the way they do things, but the fact of the matter is, right now, we've got a couple of years in a row where this is just the way they've done things. And it is very, very likely that this is going to carry on in the future. We're going to have this TCG promotion, and it's going to be shown off a week or two before it starts, and it's going to be awesome. And my kids are going to be delighted, because do you know what I did last year? The day it opened, I took my kids to McDonald's for lunch. Now, if anyone's thinking, hang on a second, Wassy, that sounds really mean. You took their McDonald's cards to do an opening video. Yes, I did. And then what I did was I brought my kids up to my studio where I keep all my Pokémon cards, and I asked them to start naming their favourite Pokémon, and I gave them cards of their favourite Pokémon in top loader, so they lasted 5 minutes. And they were way happier with that than they would have been getting the McDonald's cards. Don't worry, they were fairly compensated. Now, last year's promotion was kind of a weird one. It was Match Battle. Now, I said about the plastic bit of it. There were some changes between the North American, or some countries, including North America, and some countries, including the UK, in how it was presented. Now, you'll notice on the screen I've shown you a plastic spinner and a plastic coin. We had the same promotion in the UK, with the exact same lineup of cards, except we had a cardboard coin and a cardboard spinner that you kind of pushed it out and made. It was fine. What you basically did, the spinner had like 6 categories on, like HP, etc., and height and all of that. And you would, you look at your card and the spinner would tell you which category to look at, and whoever had the highest number won. An exceedingly simple game, but hey, they tried to gamify it and that was cool. And what you got was a pack with 3 cards and a holo, but only some cards were available as holos. Not all of them were available as holos. Here are the cards we had last year. Now, for me personally, there was a Beware that made me happy. There was a Hayaganosuke Pangoro and a Hayaganosuke Rowlet, my second favourite artist in the Pokemon TCG, and that was lovely. So, yeah, this is kind of spectacular. Now, of course, we don't know it's going to be the same as last year, but I do think it's a fair assumption to make that it could well end up being basically the same. And you'll notice the cards are reprints of existing cards, but they do have the McDonald's set symbol in the bottom left-hand corner, and they are numbered and all of that. So they are cool, and they are very much worth collecting. But the fact that they weren't all available as holos, only some of them were, did make the set easier to collect, because before that, we had the 25th anniversary, and they were all stamped, which I love the stamp here. But what they did for this was they had 25 cards, all the first partner Pokemon from the first 8 generations, plus Pikachu. And they were all available as holo and non-holo, but every pack had 3 non-holo and 1 holo. And what that meant was that it took a while and quite a few packs to actually complete the set in holo. Whereas when it came to last year's set, there were only a few holos and then the rest were non-holo. Last year's set was much, 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 much easier to complete. I don't know exactly how much the people at McDonald's and the people at Pokemon are thinking about this, but it really helped with the scalping. And don't get me wrong, right? Especially when the promotion started, there was still scalping, the shop still ran out. There were still people selling whole boxes on eBay. But because the set was significantly easier to complete last year, that did help to mitigate it quite spectacularly, which was kind of awesome. Now, what we can assume is there's going to be a booster pack. What we can assume is there's going to be 3 non-holo and 1 holo per pack. And the reason we can assume that is that's what happened with the 25th anniversary collection. That's what happened last year. I think it's likely that's going to happen again. Can I promise? No! No, I can't, ladies and gentlemen. No, I can't. But I do think that that is fairly likely, honestly. And it's going to be kind of cool. And it's going to be announced for somewhere, and, it's only going to be a week or two until we see it over in Austria. I really hope I haven't accidentally said Australia. They are very different countries. Australia is miles away. I've casted there. Austria is in Europe. I've not casted there. But if I have made that mistake, please forgive me. I'm very tired. I have 3 very young children. But the point is, yes, fine, it's going to end up in Austria first, it looks like. But we've seen this for a few years with the McDonald's promotion. It starts in some random country, and then it gets put to another random country, and then you turn around and it's worldwide and it's lovely. Last year, the random country it started with, I think, was the UK, if I'm remembering correctly. This year, it's Austria. There doesn't seem to be any real rhyme or reason. When I say random, what I mean is it doesn't seem to be, oh, we're always going to start here. It just seems to be they pick one and go. But, the McDonald's promotion's been fun in the past, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very excited to see it coming back again, as will my children be, because that means we go to McDonald's and get cards. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know how excited you are. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. And of course, get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Mary Sanders Lazenby, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout-out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far, the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.